Hello and welcome to Round Glass. I'm Leah Cullis and I'm coming to you from Austin, Texas today. Thank you so much for joining this gentle yoga session where our intention will be to move with satisfaction and sweetness. So sweetness in the yoga tradition is known as Sukha. And Sukha in Sanskrit translates to ease or softness, sweetness, and it's a quality of energy that we're aiming for. And you know, in life, a little honey can go a long way. So today we're going to take it slow. We're going to move with intention. We'll honor and embody this energy of ease, of Sukha. And we'll aim for the inner experience versus the outer expression. So let's begin. Today in our practice and in all the gentle yoga sessions, I really encourage you to have some props near you. You'll see I'm seated on a big yoga bolster, which is simply a really sturdy yoga cushion. So you can use some pillows from your bed or off the couch. And I also encourage you to use some blocks as well. You can also use blankets that are folded up. Whatever will support you in your practice of lengthening and surrender. We'll begin in a short and simple meditation. So set yourself up in a way that you can elongate your spine from your seat to the sky. And then find a quality of Sukha within this structure, a sense of ease and softness. When you're ready, close your eyes. Ensure that your palms are grounded on your knees, on your thighs, or in a mudra of your choice. Now turn your attention inward to your natural breath. When you become aware of your breath, you get present in the body. The breath is always a connection to land you into the now moment. And when you're in the now, you have a choice of the energy that you cultivate in your experiences. For the duration of this practice, may we all choose to move with ease, with a tenderness and a sweetness, and feel the satisfaction of a slow practice of tuning in. Bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Lift your heart up into your thumbs. Deep inhale all together. Open mouth, exhale. Gently bow your head to your heart and surrender the busyness of your mind to the wisdom within your whole body. Release your hands to your thighs. Open your eyes and lift your gaze. Okay, yogis, let's come into our first asana, a Baddha Konasana variation, butterfly pose. So go ahead and slide off your props. Take a seat on the earth. And then we'll set up the foundation of the shape first. We always work from the ground up in every pose, whether it's a passive pose or active pose. So we'll start with the foundation at the earth. Bring the soles of your feet together and then widen your knees out to the sides. You can always use a block. If you start to feel sensation right away, you can always bring your blocks to support underneath your thighs or your knees. You can also wrap a blanket around you to support your knees as well. Then today we'll use our cushions, our bolsters. I'll show you a couple of ways to come into this shape. So with your legs nice and wide, some distance between your groin and your heel, about 2 hand lengths. Then bring your bolster to the tops of your knees. If your bolster is wide enough and it'll be supported on both your knees, this could be a great option for you. You can bring your hands to the tops of your bolster, take a big breath in, and exhale, hinge at your hips until you drop your head. You can also stack a block on top of your bolster. Or if you want more of a lengthening through your whole spine and your hips are calling you into a deeper fold, you can place the bolster in between your thighs. If you have more space between your heart and the bolster, catch the front of your shins, take a big breath in, and now exhale, pour forward. Options to either stack your palms or extend your arms straight forward, whatever feels best to you. Then once you come into the shape, dive into your breath. Let yourself settle into the shape. There's so much energy that happens on the first layer of our bodies, on the surface. But when we hold poses longer, we shift from the surface down into the deeper tissues, into the muscles and beyond, into the connective tissue, the fascia. And when you start to experience sensation, which could be a stretch, might show up as a gentle ache or a pulling, then sweetly wrap your attention, your mind, around those areas and start to respond with your breath. Your steady, equanimous breath in and out of your nose. Like a friend might do for you. Open the door, hold space, let you feel what you feel, and simply be there, loving you in the process. Start to befriend the spaces within you where you've been carrying around the weight of life. No one's fault, just simply how life's been going. Now start to give yourself the love, the honey that will be nourishing. Add some sweetness to the experience that you're in right now. And then very slowly invite your low belly back. Press into your hands, whether on your bolster or on the floor. Roll up one vertebra at a time until you stack your spine, skull on top. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Nice work, yogis. Move your bolster or your props off to the side of your mat. Keep your feet as they are. You can shift your hips slightly forward. Lay down into Supta Baddha Konasana. Supta Baddha Konasana. Sometimes I feel a release in my sacrum as I do this. Notice how your body responds as you move into the counter pose from our long hold. Palms by your side, breath nice and deep. Use your hands to squeeze your knees together. Walk your feet closer to your bum. Tap your knees together, separate your feet a little wider. Use the base of your palms to press your upper thigh bones away. It's just a gentle pressure. Allow your tailbone to stretch longer towards your heels. And wrap your breath around all of these physical experiences. On your next exhale, engage your low belly. So start at the earth, low belly back. Then lift your knees towards your heart, wrap your arms around your shins. You can take some gentle circles of your sacrum on the ground, then other direction. Slowly roll to one side, whatever feels good to you, and lift yourself up. We'll make our way into child's pose. So roll over your ankles, hands towards the top of your mat. Walk your knees back slightly, come through a tabletop variation. Then separate your knees wide, touch your big toes together, press into your hands to work your hips back to your heels. From your hips, now extend your heart more forward, then lay your forehead to the earth, to your palms, or you can slide a block underneath your third eye, your forehead. In this full prostration, deepen your breath in and out of your nose. Lovingly send your breath into the spaces between your ribs, your intercostal muscles, through your front body, side body, and back body. Satisfaction comes from a holistic experience, not a quick high or a checking a box off, but really embodying the experiences that you have, letting all parts of you be integrated. All right, extend your arms forward. On your next inhale, we'll roll up to a tabletop variation. You can move your knees in slightly, palms close to underneath your shoulders or slightly forward. We'll build into cat-cows, which are actually within every breath cycle. So on your inhale, relax your belly down, tip your tail high, then drag your palms back and pull your heart through your upper arm bones. Now lift your gaze. On your exhale, press the earth away, lift your low belly up and in, then arc your spine towards the sky and drop your head. Inhale, open up your front body. Exhale, press the earth away, nice and slow. Savor. Inhale, cow pose, shine your heart forward. Exhale, press into your hands, cat, but this time draw your hips towards your heels, tuck your chin. Inhale, cow pose, shift forward through your tabletop variation. Exhale, press into your hands, arc your back, drop your hips back to your heels. Again, inhale, cow pose. So we take these repetitions over and over again, cat variation. And as we move with intention and embody ease within our motions, we can come into a sweeter, more satisfying experience. We'll change it up slightly this time. Inhale, cow. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, cat variation. Inhale, straighten your legs to downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath here. With your exhale, lower your knees down to the ground, steady, gentle. Inhale, cow pose. Keep your toes tucked. Exhale, cat variation. Inhale, downward facing dog. Stay for a full round of breath. We'll do one more together, then you'll take it on your own. Exhale, gently lower your knees down. Inhale, expand your heart forward, look up. With your toes tucked, exhale, cat variation. Inhale, straighten your legs, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. You got it, yogis. One more time through the flow on your own. Embody ease. and honor the sensations within you with your breath, with how you create your movements. Let's pause in downward facing dog. Walk your hands slightly forward, your feet slightly back. Notice if you can take up more space while still bringing a smooth quality to your breath. With your next inhale, float your right leg high. On your exhale, step to the inside of your right thumb. You can grab your ankle and hop your right foot forward. Then gently lower your left knee down. Scoot your right foot slightly to the right edge of your mat. Then walk your right hand to the inside of your right foot. On your next, actually, you can bring your blocks underneath your hands if you want to give yourself a little lift. I like to use my fingertips, tenting on my fingers, but you can also bring your palms down to the ground. There are so many ways to create a pose, so notice what feels sweet to you. On your next inhale, shine your heart forward, think cow. On your exhale, press in your hands, cat in your belly. Shift your hips back over your left knee. Again, inhale, cow pose. So we're building on the same blueprint. Exhale, cat. Press in your hands, low belly back. Start to straighten your right leg a little more. Again, inhale, slide forward. Expand across your chest. Exhale, shift your hips back over your left knee. Maybe even flex your right toes. 2 more rounds at the rhythm of your breath. Cat-cow variations. Slow and steady. Look for the first layer of resistance within your body. And lovingly pause your pose there. Breathe and lean into it. And know that just like all of us off the mat, the body usually responds to a little love. Little honey goes a long way. All right, shift forward. This time, if your left toes are untucked, retuck them under. Raise your left knee up off the mat. Press down into your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here in your down dog or your tabletop pose if down dog is too much for you right now. Tune into your breath and notice the difference between your two sides. Then we'll build on the left side together. Inhale, float your left leg up. Get long from your wrist through your toes. Exhale, step forward. Take as many steps as you need. We want a long stance on the mat so that you can articulate your spine and invite in more energy to your experience. On your inhale, scoop your heart forward. Think cow with both hands on the inside of your left knee. Exhale, cat, belly back, belly back. Pause when you feel the first layer of resistance. Inhale, lean forward, look up. Exhale, press in your hands, drag your hips back slightly. Pause when you feel the first layer of tension or tightness. That's your body's divine feedback. Inhale. Exhale. Shift back. Maybe you lift your toes this time. Keep going. 2 more rounds of breath. Repetition builds awareness. It builds presence. And when we're aware of the impact of our actions and fully present in the body, and we get to make choices that honor our intention and our commitment to ease within us and around us. Raise your right knee up, press down through both hands, and step back, downward facing dog. Nice work, yogis. Lower your knees down to the ground. Shift your hips back to your heels. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. Close your eyes and take a moment to tune in. What's shifted within you from your first check-in? What's the quality of energy that's flowing through you and for you now? What are the results of your intentional actions? The skillful placement of your body linked with breath. What we create on the inside, we get to share and experience on the outside. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Open your eyes. Okay, yogis, we're going to come into lizard pose, or in the yin yoga tradition, it's known as dragon pose. I'll be using my bolster for this. So you can use bolster, couple cushions, blankets, or your blocks. I'll show you using the bolster to start. We'll bring the props to the left side of the mat. Walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. On your inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Step to your right thumb. So we're coming back into this long lunge position with our hands on the earth. If you need to, you can scoot your right foot forward or your left foot back. Then align your prop underneath your left thigh. If you have a block, you want it on your mid-left thigh, or if you have a long bolster, you can use the whole thing to support you. All right, inhale, scoop your heart forward, think cat through your spine. Exhale, lower your left knee down. I like to keep my toes tucked at first. As we progress within the pose, it may feel good to untuck your back toes. Option to bring your hands or your forearms to a block. Look for the micro movements of cat-cow as we hold this shape, lizard pose. There are some variations where we externally rotate the right hip, but for today, press down through your right big toe mound. Stay grounded at the earth and allow the sweet flow within you to happen through your back body, through your front body, knowing that structure empowers ease. Now that you've been here for a few rounds of breath, notice if you can sink into your shape a little deeper. With every exhale, allow your heart space to soften more towards the ground. You can even untuck your back toes if that feels good. We'll have 5 more rounds of breath here. As intensity or sensation starts to grow within your shape, can you center yourself with your intention and stay committed to holding your inner space as calm, as equanimous, as sweet and loving, even in the face of challenge and stress. This choice, this internal shift, radiates through you and then becomes the energy that you share with others, that you share with yourself. Reground through your hands, tuck your back toes under, be easy with yourself here. Zip up your inner thighs and step back, downward facing dog. Take a few rounds of breath and notice the difference between your two sides. Adjust your props as you need to. Then inhale, sweep your left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Step to your left thumb. Take up your space here, yogis. Inhale, stretch your heart forward, get long from your back heel through your vision. Then exhale, lower your right thigh down to your props. Slide both hands to the inside of your left foot and really dig down through your left big toe mound. Continue to ride the pathways of your breath, looking for expansion and opportunities to lengthen with every inhale. And with each exhale, Lean into the opportunities of surrender, of sukha, of ease. There's that saying that your energy is so loud that I can't hear you speak, or something along those lines. When we're in this conscious practice of leaning into ease, embracing ease, generating softness and sweetness, that practice eventually accumulates an ease, calm, center, kindness. All of those energies start to become who we are rather than what we've practiced. So each cycle of breath is an opportunity to choose to be the energy that you want to create. And that's what flows into a satisfying experience of living your yoga, not just doing your yoga practice. All right, ground your hands. Retuck your right toes. Lift your hips high. Step back, downward facing dog. Slide your props out to the side, come down to your knees. Sit back on your heels. Tune in, one hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. Notice what you feel now. Where do you feel it? Blink your eyes open. Okay. Bring one hip down to the ground. We'll take some Janu Shirsasana variations. These are really great if you have some more time, but it's also an opportunity to build an awareness of how you can work with your blocks and start to integrate some of these shapes into your daily home practice. So for today, we'll take Janu Shirsasana, left foot to your inner right thigh. Slightly slide your left knee to point out. So rather than a 90-degree angle, see if you can go a little wider. And then big stretch, heart towards the sky. Exhale, lean your side ribs onto your bolster. You can also bend your elbow and use your right fist as a prop for your head. Left hand can either press down through your inner left thigh, just gently. Remember, we're going for sweetness, not force. You can reach your left arm away from your heart, stretch the line of energy from your heart through your thumb. Or you can reach your left arm high. Maybe you reach towards your right foot or up to the sky, whatever feels good to you. On your exhale, pull your belly back, rise up to neutral. Let's switch sides. So this time, left leg extends long, or whatever leg you did on the other side. Press your right foot to your inner left thigh, then open up your check mark of your leg slightly. Use your bolster, align the length of your bolster with the length of your legs. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. We always look for length through the spine, then side leaning or twisting or forward folding. So lengthen first. Exhale, side lean, bend your elbow, create a headrest. Notice the stretch all through your right side body. What can you do to amplify your experience in a way that honors sukha, sweetness, softness? Use the L of your right hand, hook your right hip crease, gently guide your right hip down towards the earth. Those are the best guides that invite you rather than tell you what to do. Expand your palm out away from you. Feel the stretch from your heart through your fingers. Next option, you can grab your big toe with your left hand, side stretch through your right side body, or straight up to the sky. couple more breaths here, yogis. And slowly rise up to center. Okay. Slide your blocks over to the side. Blocks or props. Come back to a neutral seat. Turn to the top of your mat. Extend your legs out. Lay down on your back. We're coming into the final and most important pose of any yoga practice. Shavasana, final rest. So take up your space by separating your feet off the outer edges of your mat. Empower the lines of energy from your heart through your fingers and turn your palms up. As best as you can, let go of any effort in your breath or your muscles. Allow yourself to settle. Dive deep into the energy of Sukha. Close your eyes and allow your yoga practice to take root within you. Final rest. If you have the space to stay longer in your Shavasana, stay and savor the space to rest, to restore. If you're ready to move on, bring gentle movement to your fingers and toes. Deepen your breath. And gather your knees in towards your heart and wrap your arms around your shins. And with sweetness and ease, gently roll to one side and press yourself up to a seat. Let's meet facing each other with our hands united in prayer at heart center. We'll seal our practice of Sukha, of sweetness, of ease, with one final Om. Take a deep breath in. Lift your prayer hands to your third eye. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your yoga practice today. I hope we get to practice together again soon. I'm Leah Cullis. Please join me for more yoga and meditation on round.glass or on our app. Be well, yogis.